How can pineapples be sold at such low prices 3-4 in my local grocery store in the US when they take so long to grow? Multiple reasons. Partly because they come from places where the climate is good for them, and the land and labor to run plantations is cheap. Indonesia, Philippines, and Costa Rica being the top 3. And they don't really require any special refrigeration or anything for transportation. You can pick a pineapple in the Philippines, throw it in a box, put on a boat for 2 weeks to the USA, and have it still be good when it gets there. They are very hardy fruits when you compare them to things like raspberries, which are very fragile and will turn to mush quickly. Also, at this point, plantations have got it figured out how to grow them efficiently in cycles. They don't do just one giant harvest every 2 to 3 years. They stagger them so they are continuously harvesting. It costs almost nothing to let a pineapple grow. The plant does all the work. We can grow them en masse, and surprisingly, pineapples are pretty easy plants to raise. Plus, when a pineapple is ready for harvest, you need to harvest it. If multiple different producers all simultaneously hit similar harvest time, it creates a supply surplus, reducing crop value. Because the crop is perishable, you can't really pull supply off market and store for a later date when supply is low. You need to sell it, and sell it within the window it is still edible. They are like, I know I took 2 years to grow, but it'll settle for 3. It doesn't go bad as quick as other fruits when getting shipped. If you travel to countries that produce them, they are much more cheaper. There are some islands that have massive amounts of acres, and I believe Florida grows them as well. They are pretty tough and rot resistant and will ripen somewhat even after being picked. Bananas kind of freaked me out. Most of them are flown in and the belly of planes and can show up in the craziest little out of place towns and shops you've ever seen. And the people that deliver them, they are like the guys that collected the change from the old phone booths. You never see them either. I've always wondered how they keep the supply chain going. As Dole and the United Fruit Company. In the UK, I can find them at 1 or 1.3. Because growing things is cheap, that's why farmers live the way they do and why they tell everyone else to become farmers. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay? Along with all the reasons mentioned, they are usually farmed in poor countries, so the farmers can be paid low wages. This lowers costs. I wonder this about bananas too. Pineapples aren't an individual fruit. They are tightly enmeshed bundles of berries. They cost like 1 in Ireland. US food prices are fucked.